What's up, guys? Welcome to the official breakdown of how I wrote and recorded my song, Holding a Bubble. It all started with this keys part right here. And it just keeps repeating throughout the whole song. These kind of chords. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Mac Miller's Tiny Desk performance on NPR. If not, it's awesome, you should go watch it. That performance really inspired me with this song. I wanted to create a song that embodied the feelings and emotions that I saw in that room, even though I wasn't there. This song is about a conversation I had with my ex 16 weeks after we broke up and I moved to Chicago. When we talked on the phone that night, I felt this rush of nostalgia, I felt a rush of sadness, and this temporary feeling of euphoria. That conversation with my ex made me feel like I was holding up this bubble filled with all of our past memories and experiences. But when I hung up the phone, it felt like that bubble had popped. All those memories, they weren't so perfect anymore. Now, without further ado, let's hop into the production and how I created the song, Holding a Bubble. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys are the keys and the keyboards that I used when layering this song. I'm just going to play this section and I'll talk about the keyboards that I used. Okay, so I have a lot of keys going on. The first layer is the bass layer, which is my piano, and this is what started the song, and this is kind of the foundation for all the other keys I have going on. So this is the keyboard I used. It's a Keyscape plugin, and basically I'm using a wing upright piano sound as well as a classic toy piano sound on the right hand side here. So you can hear it there, and it's got these really nice like hammers, like really soft and like old sound, but also like the tone is really clean, like it's not muddy or anything, which I love. Next, on top of that, I have these bells. They're just super low, but they're super soft, and they add like a bed for like the rest of the keys to sit on. Then, let's see, what do I have next? Oh, I have this Suitcase Chorus, a Vintage Vibe EP, and this thing is awesome. It just sounds so beautiful. Right there. Oh, so nice. And then for my final keys layer that I have throughout the song, I have this electric piano, and I believe it's a D50. Yes. So I'm using a emulation of a Roland D50, and I love this plugin. It's so awesome. And so these are playing like similar chords, but just like simplified on top of all the rest of the keys. And then, of course, I wanted to add some strings on top to make it sound really luscious and beautiful. So here are the strings that I have. amplifier chamber strings. They sound pretty slay. I always prefer like real musicians, but I end up using a lot of plugins to get the sounds that I need. Alright, and then all of those keys with the strings together. Okay, next I want to show you guys the drums and the bass. These were both recorded live by my friend Ben Pepler, and they sound incredible. I'm gonna play one of my favorite sections. It's in Chelz's verse, in verse 2. Yeah, take a super slay. Next up, I want to show you guys the guitars that were done by my friend Michael Gilbert, and they add such a nice touch on top of the keys, what they're already playing, so it's not distracting at all, but it just adds this beautiful texture. And then with everything suspended in the air, fragile frame, super slay. I did a lot of vocal layering on this song, and I want to show you guys a quick part in my verse, verse 1.
Hearing your voice was like silk, smooth like a paved street, full of life, full of love, like a daydream. I was dumbfounded, feeling crazy.
And then we got some more really awesome background vocals from Chelz all throughout the later part of the song.
Memories are falling in like paper cranes, suspended in the air with a fragile frame. All bubble pop at the end of the day. Feels like I'm falling inside my sleep.
That is all I have for you guys today. If you want me to go more in depth on holding a bubble, breaking it down, please let me know, as well as if you want to see other breakdowns of other songs, or if you really just didn't like this at all, let me know too. Actually, don't let me know, just keep it to yourself. Alright, cut.